Have you guys ever gotten to the point with your laptop that you just want to take the thing and like smash it over your head till it breaks? That's where I'm at with this laptop. I bought it back in like 2010. It's a Sandy Bridge laptop. That's the second generation of processors, i-series processors for Intel. Now we're on the 5th generation here in 2015. So I've been pretty patient and I chose Broadwell, and in this video I'm going to tell you why. A lot has improved on processors since the days of Sandy Bridge. Dare I say that battery life has probably twice as long for a standard laptop as you'd get in those days. Now, even when I bought this laptop, the battery life would last between 1.5 and 2 hours. Now, pretty much even the most basic budget laptops on the market, you'll get up to 4 hours. Not to mention, graphical improvement has improved twofold as well. Just even over the previous generation Haswell, Intel says that you'll get up to a 22% boost in overall integrated graphic performance. Now, as far as I'm concerned, the budget laptop is the one to get. You know, I already have a tablet, I already have a phone, I already have these small screen real estate options that I can take with me wherever I go. So for my laptop, when I get on my laptop, I'm either working or gaming or doing something in front of the TV, multitasking, or whatever. So for me, I just need something cheap that's gonna be pretty snappy in terms of its speed, that just really works well. So screen real estate is at a premium. And I feel like manufacturers, what they're trying to do is they try to jam those 11 to 14 inch Ultrabooks down your throat that cost significantly more than any budget 17 inch model that you find. Before I get into my favorite models, I just want to mention that if you're going to go to a manufacturer website and actually buy a laptop, you should always Google student discount. So like student discount Dell laptop or student discount Lenovo laptop, because you can enter in through a different portal where you can save about 5% on your laptop. For me, that meant about, $40. So significant savings just if you're willing to go through that link, and you don't have to do anything special in terms of verification. Now we're going to talk about the 17-inch model Broadwell laptops, and I'm going to try to do it as fast as possible, but I'm not going to go over every model. If you guys want to do that, I've already done that on the website. I'll put a link here up to the upper right of this video, as well as in the description below, so you guys can quickly go there to check it out and check out all this information. But I wanted to go over the laptop I purchased, which was the Lenovo G70-80, and the $750 price point. It made a ton of sense because compared to other manufacturers that had the 1080p screen, and they didn't really have it at this budget price point. It had an i7-5500U, a dedicated 840M. Now they do have the 940M, but it's only about a 10% difference, and I didn't really care that much because on this laptop I'm not going to be playing more graphically intense games anyway. And it also gave an 8GB solid state drive, which can be used for Intel Smart Response technology. If you're not familiar with that, what that does is allows SSD caching. So basically makes your hard drive a little bit more like a solid state drive. Not completely like one, but fast enough where on one computer that I still have in my house that uses this, I don't notice that much of a difference. So really solid performance there, and it gives you 16GB of memory. So I was able to get this for $779, where if you went to the $679 model, I would have gotten an i5, no dedicated graphics card, no solid state drive, and only 8GB of memory. So to me, that was a no-brainer to spend the extra $100 and go with that. Kind of the other option that I had in mind for 17-inch laptops was the Dell 5000 series non-touch, which you can buy for like $441 with the student discount. So super cheap, and something you can do to upgrade that is just to buy like a $100 solid state drive, throw it in there, and then you've got your i3 5005U Broadwell processor with HD 5500 integrated graphics, and you're out the door at about $550. So between those two, I was willing to spend the extra $200 for the i7 just because I wanted the hyper-threading. i3 Broadwells do not hyper-thread, so you just have your 2 cores. They don't act as 4 cores when they need it. So I needed a little bit more performance, but if you don't do a ton of multitasking, then it really makes sense here to go with something like that. Keep in mind, you're only going to get a 900p resolution screen. All right, so now on to the 15-inch models. I talk about more of the touch models on the web page. You guys can go to that. I'm not really into the touch models because I'd rather spend less money on my laptop, and if I want, and I use Start as back anyway, so I don't need the touchscreen to work with Windows 8. later on in the year, we're all going to get upgraded to Windows 10, so I'll be interested to see how that works, but I'm sure there'll be some kind of app that I can use just to give me a normal desktop, just like Start is back. So looking at 15-inch models, I love the basic Dell 3000 series model that you can get for $379, and you can do the same thing with this as the other model I was talking about. For $479, you can get this laptop and have a 258 gigabyte solid state drive that should be pretty snappy, especially if you're using this just as a daily browser, or you're creating spreadsheets, or doing your Word documents, things like that. If that's your plan, then something like this is perfectly fine. Another laptop that's a semi-gaming laptop at this price point that you're able to find at NewEgg. You can't find this one on Amazon, and I also believe it even comes with like a gaming mouse or something like that, is the Asus X555 LB-NS51. It gives you a 1080p monitor, an i5-5200U, a dedicated GT940M, 750 gigabytes of hard drive, and 8 gigabytes of memory, all for about $659. So pretty good price, a little bit better graphics card than you got in the 17-inch model. A little bit worse hard drive, not as many features otherwise, but overall a really quality laptop. I really like Asus products as well. Now, if you guys are looking for a touch laptop, I really like Dell's Inspiron 7000 series. I believe this was an award winner at CES, and one of the reasons that it is because you can get it in 1080p, the 1080p IPS screen, or the 4K IPS screen. So if you're going to go with the 4K screen here, it's going to cost you well over $1,000, but the model that I specifically like is the 15.6-inch model with the True Life LED backlit touch display, and with an i5-5200U, the 1 terabyte hard drive and 6 gigabytes of memory, you're out of the gate $680. So if you guys want a touch model that has a great screen, then that's the one. If you're looking for a gaming model, you're not going to find a good one in a Broadwell option right now, so you're going to want to use a Haswell laptop. I specifically like the Asus ROG models that you can find on Amazon. There's one that's $1,400 that gives you a 17.3-inch IPS display, an i7-4710HQ, and the GTX 970M, as well as 16 gigabytes of memory for all around $1,400. Compare it to models like Alienware, and you're just saving a ton of money. Okay, that's all I have for Broadwell laptops at this time. If you guys find a better deal in the next couple months, be sure to list it in the comments section below so that those who come by and see this video can find it. Also, check out the description below for a list of the laptops that I recommend, and a link to the page, my blog and website, whatever you want to call it, where you can find out more information about what I think about each of these laptops. If you like this video, press that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Valeu!